Hey everybody, this is Caitlin and you are watching Zombie Eats Books. So I did my absolute favorite thing a couple of days ago, and that was go to our city's annual library sale where the paperbacks are $1 and the hardbacks are $2. So I always love this time of year. In fact, it's my favorite day of the year. And I got a lot of great books for extremely cheap prices, obviously. So I will just start going through those now. I did just want to mention really quickly that I picked up a lot of mysteries and thrillers by authors that I don't know, because I don't usually read mysteries and thrillers. I just recently discovered that I might actually like mysteries and thrillers. So feel free to tell me if I picked up some good ones or some shitty ones. I'm just trying to explore the genre, basically. So first here I have Queenpin by Megan Abbott. This was basically a cover by. I have not read this author before, so I'm really not sure if it's great writing or not, but the cover is fantastic. I picked up Maisie Dobbs by Jacqueline Winspear, which I believe is the beginning of a detective series starring Maisie Dobbs. I picked up The Widow by Fiona Barton. This is a name that I recognized, but I don't know much about her or her writing, but this is a standalone thriller. And you know, when you see two books by an author that you've never read, go ahead and buy both of those books, because that's what I did. I picked up Sister by Rosamund Lupton and The Quality of Silence by Rosamund Lupton. Hope she's a good author. I found this amazing copy of The Left Hand of Darkness, which is one of my favorite sci-fis of all time. It's by Ursula K. Le Guin, and I think this cover is just fantastic. It is from 1969. I also found this neat little copy of Howl and Other Poems by Allen Ginsberg. I remember specifically reading this edition of this poem for the first time in New Orleans when I lived there, and a friend had given it to me to borrow, and now I have my own copy. I found this great hardback Barkskins by Annie Proulx, and I am excited to try this author again. I tried reading the shipping news a while back and didn't enjoy it. I was going through some personal shitty stuff at the time, so I don't know if that had something to do with it, but I was in a pretty big reading slump. So I'm gonna try this. If I like it, maybe I'll get back to the shipping news. I found this Norwegian crime series. This is the first book in the series. It's called The Dinosaur Feather by S.J. Gazan. I also found a thriller mystery called Everything She Forgot by Lisa Ballantyne. This is an author that has lived in China and Scotland, and I just thought it might be interesting to read her work. So Harlan Coben, as I understand, is a pretty good mystery writer, so when I found Missing You by him, I just went ahead and grabbed it. I also found The Passage by Justin Cronin, which I'm very excited about. This is the first book in a trilogy, and I think it's more of a survival post-apocalyptic story, which sounds right up my alley. I also found In the Shadow of the Banyan by Vadi Ratner. This is a book I've seen around on BookTube. It's about a young girl growing up, and she is living in a dangerous political climate, I think. I found Gunner's Daughter by Sigrid Undset. The Reef by Edith Wharton, Daisy Miller by Henry James, which I already own a copy of, but it's not a beautiful copy like this, so I went ahead and picked it up. A View of the Harbor by Elizabeth Taylor, which I think is just a beautiful edition of this book. I also picked up Agnes Grey by Anne Bronte. I really need to branch out with my Bronte sisters because I have only read Jane Eyre. I found this book called Sweet Girl by Travis Mulhauser about a woman who goes in search of her mother and finds an abandoned baby instead, and I think she has to defend them and survive in the cold from some crooks or bandits or something, I don't know, but it sounded really good. I found The Winter People by Jennifer McMahon. I know this one is supposed to be a little bit creepy, maybe has some ghosts in it. Something along those lines. I found this book called Disclaimer by Renee Knight. I think this one is about a woman that finds a book on her bookstand, her nightstand, that is about her life, and it retraces a really terrible secret of hers, and she has to figure out who left it on her nightstand because the only person that knows this secret is dead. This I am super excited about. It's His Bloody Project by Graham McCrae Burnett, and it is about guilt and innocence and about this man that murders a bunch of people, and he actually is guilty of the crime, but I think they really go into depth with the psychology of it, and I'm really excited to read it. Come Closer by Sarah Gran. This has a checklist on the back on how to determine if you are possessed by a demon, so of course I picked this up. Afloat by Erin Healy. This is a survival mystery and then throw a little murder in there kind of story. I also found a book in this series by Donna Leon, which is called Quietly in Their Sleep. I'm not sure which number this is in this crime series, but I've heard that it's a really great series, so I thought I'd just start collecting it in case I really like it, and it was only $1. I found The Circle by Dave Eggers, which I believe is going to be made into a movie soon with Emma Watson in it. I've been wanting to read Emma Donoghue for quite a while, so when I saw Slamric in there and it's in perfect condition, of course I picked it up. The Name of the Rose by Umberto Eco. I've been wanting to read this author as well. I haven't delved into his writing yet. I think I have another book by him, but I think I'm gonna read this one first because this is the one that I really, really wanted to read. And just as I did with Rosamund Lupton, I found 3 books by an author that I've never read, so I went ahead and bought all of them. So I found The Virgin Blue, Falling Angels, and Remarkable Creatures. Let me know if these are good. I found a book about zombies. It's called Dinner by Cesar Ira, and I think it's going to be more humorous. It is very short, but I'm super excited. The Sense of an Ending by Julian Barnes. Pastoralia by George Saunders. I think this is a gorgeous book. It's got these stars on it. The Visionist by Rachel Urquhart. This one I think is another gorgeous book. I mean, just look at that cover. And it is about a cult, which I'm really interested in reading about religion and cults and stuff like that. And I think it tackles some women's issues. And last but not least, I also found The History of Love by Nicole Krauss, which I know one year, at least in the city that I live in, it was rated the library's top book or something like that. So yeah, nice copy. Picked it up. Don't really know what it's about. All right, that's everything. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you've read any of these. Let me know if I picked up some good ones. Let me know if I picked up some shitty ones as well. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.